Hello, I have another walkthrough. This is kind of a junk journal kit. It's kind of it's just a fun one. Again, I didn't have a lot of the supplies, the covers, and I wanted to make as many kits as I could, so I don't have a sample made up. But I can show you what the plan is or what my intention is. And of course, as always, I want you to just go with the flow. Now, we all know that there's an assortment of papers and they're not always going to be the same. So you've got your two rings, and I did not punch the covers. And the reason I did not is because some of the covers are, there's two different sizes. There it is. And they are mat board. They're pretty heavy, so they'll make amazing covers. You can easily do a different kind of binding. You don't have to use the rings. You may want to bind it down here and have it this way or this way. You may want to bind it on the sides and go this way. This would be one of those where you could bind it with the rings and it would set up like a calendar, or you'll have a little more weight and stay together, but I got to get it perfectly balanced for it to stay. Ta-da! And you can have it kind of as a display board. Okay, not all the kits, but a lot of them have these little crochet pieces. I know that this one is mine, and it's not in this kit, but I put it here so you could see, because not all the kits have these. But we had received some of these, and we're turning them into book closures. So you could use it like this and attach it, glue it, or run a brad that's going to be underneath the button. And I think that makes a cool latch. You could put it right here. Use your silk piece that comes with the kit, and you could attach it, say you attach it back here, and you just bring this up that it loops through this. Of course, it's not attached, so we got it stuck down here, pretend, and we're going to just loop it through this a couple of times and just let it hang. So it's kind of got its own little closure that way. You can use it at the top to make it look like more of a clipboard notebook type thing. You could just use it as a decoration. You could use it as a band. Say you want to just put it on here and then you're going to tie it with this and not even use the rings. Maybe you're going to use a accordion style or something, you know. There's just a lot of different ways you can do it, and I don't want to make it specific for this one because I think there's so many ways. So you've got this gorgeous book all done, and you've got it tied, and you've got this little bitty crocheted thing on there. So it's going to be a gift. You take your little card or your little tag, and you can stick that right in there, and there's your gift tag, all done up pretty. So that's just one way. And in the kit is 2 pieces of chipboard. Now, not chipboard, excuse me, mat board, much heavier. So we have the covers and 2 rings. We have some assorted papers, all kinds of fun things. These were all a donation, so everybody's kind of got a nice assortment. I did try to coordinate a little bit color-wise. That's all I did was color. I didn't try to do style or anything. A little library card and just some gorgeous little pre-cuts and tags. Then you have an assortment of papers. These were also a donation, already cut to size. And how does that happen? How does that happen? We get these cut to the same size, these mat boards, and they did not come from the same people. I think that's pretty cool. Sometimes I think it's just meant to be, right? So these are, of course, longer. You can cut them off and put some short pages in, or you can fold them up and make pages that flip. You know, I like that. I like a page that's, it looks like it's this long, but then you can open this up and then you have a full amount to do your art on. There's some plain, there's some skinnier, some thicker, lots of different papers, some grid. There's a piece of tracing paper and a couple of grid and a plain, and then some wider paper. And this is too wide, so you may want to do something where it's a flip out this way, because you know all your pages do not have to be the same size. We have another printable there, and just this is folded already, so you could do that. And then this is a piece of it looks vintage, but I'm sure it's not. It kind of feels like it could have been a wrapping paper. And then we have a little bit of construction paper, and then we have this napkin that says keep life simple. You also have a time card, which your silk ribbon, sari silk, is wrapped around. I was looking for something, and there's some to wrap it with, excuse me, or wrap it on. And I thought, oh, the time card, because it just kind of fits the category. So we have that. And then, like I said, some will have this, some won't, but they all do have the sari silk. And then there's a piece of cardboard. I know this is kind of weird, but when I was playing with putting these together, I had some cardboard there, and I just chopped it up. And this is kind of what my mind says to do with it. Be it ever so weird, is I just took my cardboard and I peeled off one side. And that is so beautiful and so textured, and some of the papers are still stuck on there. And I thought, would that not be a gorgeous edge on your book? You could cut it to whatever width you wanted it. I would cut it before you tear the top off, because you will probably smash the corrugates here. But you could also, because this one's long, and you could, you know, what you pull off, or if you want to cut some of it off, or just use it, maybe you want to use it this way. You can also use this as a stamp. And I'm sure it's going to be absolutely beautiful with all the paint on it anyway. So this was just kind of a fun thing I thought might be kind of enjoyable, do something a little bit different with it. And that would be this whole kit. I'm calling this one, I know I'm not too creative on the kit names, but I'm calling this a mat board book, because that's what it was all designed about. We got these, the other things just kind of fell in place, and so I enjoy so much taking these wonderful donations and turning them into something. So if you've got some wonderful donations, especially if you've got several of one thing, that's my challenge. Every kit I make will have a donation stuff in it. At least one. Very few have I had to purchase items to finish it. Now, I'm sure you've all seen my vial video. I've already been teased about that a little bit. So, anyway, those little vials, they were a donation. And the only thing I bought in that whole kit was the corks, because I thought they had to have cork, not just a plastic stopper. You know, sometimes you just know what you want, and that's kind of what I was after. So there's just, like I said, there's just something about the challenge of taking things that come from several different people and turning them into what is an amazing kit and a fun kit and something different. And this month I have put a lot of kits out on video as just walkthroughs because of the limited amount of items that I had to make the kits. And I'm hoping that kind of sparks people into just getting out there and playing with them and making them do what you think they should do, not just what I think they should do. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you all later. Bye-bye.